Hey guys, this is Enthusiast420 here. I made the unboxing of the TF300T yesterday when I got this in from Newegg. I said I was going to be back to make a little review on it, my final take on what I'm really thinking. I haven't had too much time to mess with it, but I've been able to do some of the essentials towards benchmarks, try out a couple of the graphical games it required Tegra 3 prior that I couldn't mess with. And I'm here to let you know, because I have seen some other unboxing videos, definitely some with some better cameras. So I'm sorry, I'm just using my phone. Never really had any reason to make videos prior on YouTube, so I never had a nice camera I bought. But other than that, towards other people's videos, they look clearer. I can say that I believe that I have the most information to give there, but I don't see anybody really running benchmarks, and I'm sure some people out there that are deciding whether or not they want to buy one of these, they want to see some scores, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you here. First, before I go ahead and get into that, I want to address a couple questions that I did read in the comments. One person had asked, what is the screen comparison in this to an iPad? I'm not the biggest fan of iPads. I'm not the biggest fan of Apple in general. It's not because I hate Apple. I do think they're a little overpriced, and you're paying a little much for a dummy-proof experience when all you gotta do is learn a little. You'll be okay. And the other big thing is the iPads, they don't have Adobe Flash Player. I don't understand that. I don't get that. They need to come to some agreement with Adobe and get that on there. I mean, half the internet is Flash, but regardless, they still do pretty good. But towards in comparison, I would say that it probably, again, I haven't messed with an iPad. I know that the other complaints from other tablets, especially the original Transformer, was the leaking black levels, the white bleeding on the edges. This does not have any of that. This is very good on the edges there with the blacks. Go ahead and open the Play Store. It's the first thing I can think of. There we go. On the edges on the Transformer original, there would be white bleeding in through the blacks here. So your black levels they were poor. And it didn't look bad, of course, but this you can't see nothing. That's perfectly coming in there, and I know that that's a good quality that the iPads they actually have obtained. One thing I do want to clarify, I was completely wrong about. These units are not Gorilla Glass, unfortunately. I heard something about it somewhere, and I didn't look into it enough before I said it, and I am sorry. Other than that, the other question somebody had asked me, does this have the same problem? Well, not really so much a problem, but does it have the same situation to where if you push your fingers on the back plastic housing here, does it show you, I don't remember how they worded it, but really I see it as a pressure point on the screen, and the answer is yes, unfortunately. Again, let me tell you first off that you got to be pushing pretty hard for that to be happening. I don't, if you're somebody who's experienced that, try to ease up on it, because you really don't need to push that hard, but yes, it's right there, and it's, you got to push pretty good on it, and you shouldn't be pushing on your plastic anyway. I'm sure you're probably not. I'm sure it was an accident, but either way, that is to answer your question. It does do that, unfortunately, but that's going to happen. It's plastic. It is Asus. Let me assure you, this Asus product is just like any. It is built very, very solid. I've enjoyed it very, very much so far in the little time that I've already been using it. And again, I said I haven't done too much with it, but definitely it is definitely doing very well. Another thing I want to point out there, I had talked about yesterday on this only because I stream probably about 3 gigs or more a month through Pandora, and I was hoping the speaker would be okay, and I read that it is supposed to be audible, hearing levels while taking a shower. I do want to say that the original Transformer had 2 speakers. Somebody complained about this only having one. Let me tell you firsthand, I don't know who that is on Newegg, but seriously, you need to open up your ears, because this speaker is amazing. It's this one speaker here at half volume is about as loud as your original Transformer, okay? Maybe one notch above half. It is just as loud as your original Transformer, and it implements bass frequencies. You definitely hear them in this guy. You turn this thing all the way up, absolutely amazing. I'm going to go ahead and turn on some Pandora real quick. Get rid of the advertisement. I don't know if you like rap music or not. I'm sorry, but we got it all the way down. Come on, Cox Internet, hurry up. There we go. Now you see we got this up about halfway, and see if this song starts going up here in a second. But this guy, even at half volume, it is just as loud, and the bass that it puts out is absolutely amazing. It sounds, you know, you'd think you're hearing some of your Harman Kardon speakers in your Toshiba Cosmeo laptops, you know, or if you're one of the people that actually knows about the DIN audio inside of MSI laptops, you think you're hearing that. It sounds great. And again, this is at half volume. I don't know how loud it is through the camera here, but I'm going to turn it up all the way. This thing is loud, dude. It's awesome, man. And the bass, you can actually hear the bass coming out of this. I hope you can hear me talking, but you can actually hear the bass coming out of this thing, dude. It is amazing. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Asus, whatever speaker they put in there, thank you so much. This thing is great. But yeah, you heard that. And we'll go ahead and turn this off. Okay, good deal. Now I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to move along to the benchmarks. You know, probably what some people are on here waiting for. Skipping ahead in my video just so you can see that. It's all right, trust me, I do it too. It's not a big deal. I know I can go on. Now I guess we're going to go ahead and start off with our quadrant first. Again, I'm going to tell you here, when I run my quadrant, first off, I will say I do not hack it. I do not mess with my notepad. I don't even see the point. Why? So I can show somebody a fake score online. I don't see the point. It's stupid. I purely use it to see if something's running better, whatever changes I made, but I do not mess with that. Now, towards my auto rotate, I do turn that off. The auto rotate does use a little bit of processor in the background, so I do turn off the auto rotate. And I don't like it sitting there screwing with me when I'm tilting over to the side or something or whatever, you know. And now, other than that, towards the power profiles, I do actually run that on balance currently. I haven't messed too much with the power profiles. You got your performance, your balanced, and then you got the power saving. Haven't messed with them. I did read about it. I can't remember everything and what it says and how they function. But yeah, I'm running this under balanced. You know what? Why don't let's go ahead and try performance. We'll do performance instead. The other thing I want to say is I know that this still only has 1 gig of RAM in it, just like your original Transformer. But for some reason, when you hit Task Killer, as you can see, we got over 700 megs of RAM free instead of 5 to 550. And I know that I'm not sure. Maybe they're using less shared RAM on the graphics card on this, or I don't know. But it's awesome to see 700 megs of RAM for free. That's pretty cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and move along to the quadrant here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and run our benchmark. This guy going. This definitely, this unit has proven so far, it's been exceptionally fast. I mean, look at that, it's already on 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, not, there we go, sorry. And then memory, we're already on 2 of 4 on the input-output. The input-output is significantly faster with these Tegra 3s having the onboard SATA 2 controller to power that eMMC flash. It really helps out a lot. Really gives it a feeling almost you know, like a desktop drive. It really helps. Now towards the graphic frame rates, unfortunately they aren't really utilizing the extra graphical horsepower. The frame rates are exactly the same. You know, when they break up all your scores from your overall, the 3D score in 2400, something like that, and that's the same that even my phone's Power VR SGX 540 scores. But yeah, as for the input output, it really helps on there. The CPU rating is impressive. On average, it gets about 10K. And then, you know, when they compile all your scores with the CPU, memory, the I/O, 2D and 3D, your total end score, Tegra 2s on average were about, Tegra 2 systems were about 2K on average. This guy is rather impressive here. The Prime I read getting over a little bit over 4K. Oh, that's awesome. I know you can't see that quite clearly. Yeah, you can't see that, but that guy says 4075. So 4075 is what I got on this test here. I've ran it other times. I've gotten 39, 38, 37, you know, give or take a few hundred. But again, I'm not cheating on this test. This is the true score. I turn off auto rotate, That's about it. I don't screw with stuff. I will say I ran this in performance this time versus running it in balanced prior. I believe the balanced is getting the 39, 38s because I have not passed 4K yet. This is the first time. But performance mode, there you go. I got over 4,000, almost 4,100. Very impressive. I believe the primes are getting like 42, 4,300, something like that. But that's your quadrant right here. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to Volamo. I couldn't decide if I was going to run it with the camera going or without. I'm going to go ahead and run it with, so nobody says you changed something. Well, I'm sure they won't. But if you don't want to see all of it, like everybody's seen, I'm not sure how long in the video it'll be, but just skip ahead a few minutes. You'll be okay, and you'll be able to see the score. But I have noticed on the first test on this, sometimes it shows that little butterfly structure, and sometimes it doesn't. Regardless, I still get the score for it, the same score, whether it shows it or not. I don't know what that's about, but maybe they need to come out with a new Volamo for ice cream sandwich. But moving on to the Shark, got your little, well, that is kind of trippy. All right, good. Keep moving along, get this done. Sorry about the camera shaking. Yeah. The Volamo here, I believe last time I ran it, I was scoring somewhere roughly around 1485. I believe that's what it was. It is definitely impressive. The original Transformer I was getting on Honeycomb, I was scoring about like 998, 1K, somewhere in there. My buddy has the Acer Iconia A200. He did upgrade to ICS through just a firmware update that popped up, and he is actually scoring something like 1200. So I'm assuming ICS helps because Volamo, from what I've seen, rates more on the user experience rather than hardware. So I'm assuming the ICS was helping his score a bit because the A200 is identical to the A100 except it's 10-inch screen. But other than that here, while this is running, let me put out there, I just started, doing these videos. I could say I had a lot of fun doing that yesterday. If I start, getting some views, some requests, I'll definitely go out and buy a better camera. If there's anything you guys want to see me do on here specifically, maybe you want to see a specific app run. I can't tell you how many times there's been something I want to buy, and I'm trying to review it, and there isn't, somebody running exactly what I want to see done on there to kind of help me out in my decision making. So if there's anything you want to see, you name it, you send me a comment, consider it done. And other than that, if there's any questions you have, by all means, I think I might start doing some unboxing videos here. And I'll tell you, I know I can go on and talk, but I'll tell you, everything I look up, I've verified it 3 times, so it's not bullshit. But now this is something I definitely was very impressed here. Previously with my original Transformer with the Tegra 2, you'd notice how this is going down. There'd be several chunks of boxes that needed to buffer to help keep up. It was almost not keeping up. Then it would show it up here on the top when it's moving upwards. This is completely fluent. There's no box chunks, no buffer issues at all. It's beautiful. When the next test starts, it's going to do the same thing. No buffer issues on this guy at all. And just from what I hear, that's entirely due to that quad core. That's absolutely beautiful. The little companion core, I read somebody saying it relies on it too much for the browser. I'm not sure. Haven't looked into it. Can't argue with that yet. But again, look at that. That is beautiful. Those 4 cores are definitely doing a great job. It really, honestly, you get on this browser and first we got our browsers with tabs, and that really gave you a good feeling of a desktop use. Then you got your Tegra 2s where you actually got some decent use of the Android going nice and fast. This, now I'll tell you, it really feels like a desktop browsing experience aside from a keyboard, which you buy your dock kit and you're good to go. This is amazing. It runs very smooth for the internet. I can totally see the difference. And now this is our scores. If you see that, that is 1454. Just what is that? 31 less than I got last time. No big deal. We'll go ahead and yes, we want to compare it with stuff online. See where we are on the ladder. And again, I know you can't see that, but that 3rd bar down, oh, maybe you can't. That says your score. And I don't really know what's up with them two devices being at the top. Last time I checked, the Prime was at the top, and the Prime is actually right underneath mine. And basically, I am thoroughly impressed. The DDR3 is definitely probably got to be what's helping out there, considering the Prime is clocked at 1.3 for quad-core mode, and this is 1.2, and as well as the Prime's GeForce card is clocked at roughly 500 megahertz, and this is somewhere in the 400 range for the GeForce card, and it's still beating the Prime in Volamo scores. So that is impressive to see. This is, you know, it's neck and neck, but still, you see it's right up there at the top performers. It is your $500 tablet at $100 less without your frustrations of Wi-Fi and GPS. And towards, let's go ahead and I'm going to check out the hell is the game called? I don't know why I can't remember it. Shadow Gun. This looks amazing on here. I know it was a paid-for app or something like that, dude. You just bust out your ForSync, ForShared, whatever you want to call it. I think they changed their name. And you get going. Oh, advertisement. Look at this. It says something about Jesus loves you. Look at that. That is, you can't even, oh my God, dude. That is amazing. There you go. Jesus loves you. That is classic. Here we go. Skip ad. Loading our game. Beautiful. Beautiful. The graphics are awesome. And again, the speaker really helps the experience here. Really helps out your experience. Let's see if we can do this here with one hand. And I'll tell you, straight 60 FPS, no loss, never drops. Start out with the first one. We're gonna resume our game I guess I was playing before. Man, this video's been going on a while. I definitely need to wrap this up. Yeah, this guy. I can do this with two hands. Doing this with one hand, man. Oh, he's done. I'm done, dude. There's that big machine gun. I remember this earlier. I'm done. But you get the idea, dude. I think it's gonna load back up. I'll do a little circle around with the camera real quick so you can see. And this is not a game you play with one hand. But this is amazing. It does not lag at all. Yeah. I'm looking for that Riptide game. I want to see the splash effect, the Tegra 3 specific effects that they added to it. But Riptide GP, if you have a Tegra 3, check that out. Maybe you got the APK, you want to let me know about it, please. I'll help you out with whatever you need. Other than that, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate any comments, any questions you have. Please don't hesitate to ask. I love helping people out and teaching them how to, whatever things they need to know. But if you need to see how to do something, you let me know. I think I might start doing some videos here. You need me to make a tutorial on how to do something, whether you're rooting phone, flashing stuff, something on the PC, you let me know. I can help you out. Again, I appreciate you watching, and please leave your comments and questions below, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.